Yes.
Yeah.
The next
I
day,
don't
yeah.
I don't eat before my shows because I say this all the time. I have a rule. Don't eat before your show, right before, because you don't know the future. That's what I say. That's what I say. And you had a new assistant. It was her first time being your
first contract with me. Yeah, on
Yes.
ship. Her first contract on ship with me. Yeah, exactly.
It was her first contract with you on the cruise ship. So
Yeah.
so you all are like, we're gonna have sushi. Do you want to eat with us? And I'm like, no, I got a show I got to do. I can't eat before the show. And she was relentless. Like, no, you have to try the sushi. Like, I'm not eating this by myself. Like this is octopus. This is 8 of my favorite things, which is one of the most underrated jokes ever. She's hilarious. And so I try a little bit of sushi and she's like, have some more. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Fast forward 5 hours later.
The thing is that we had like a 6 a.m. departure.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes. I'm getting text messages on Instagram at like 3:30 in the morning. And it's like, oh man, I'm so sick, Alvin. It is coming out of both sides.
Actually,
yeah, and so and
she was. I don't want to make a bad impression. My first contract with him.
She was too scared to contact you, who she actually traveled with. Instead, she contacted the guy who she had just met a day before. It was that serious, and I'm just like, oh no, you just got norovirus. You're fine.
Yes,
yeah, I'm like, no, it's cool. You just got a touch of it. Like it's cool. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, you're fine. Like it happens to us all. Don't worry about it. And next thing I know, like 30 minutes later, like she's down at the medical center. Like they wheel her up with an IV in her. Like she is deadly ill. And I'm like, oh no, I gave terrible advice. That's why I'm not a doctor. I'm glad she did not listen to me on that. When they wheeled her up there, I remember I saw you.
Yeah.
And all you said was, why does she call you?
I was like, and my room was like, and this doesn't happen often, but because we with 2 cabins, right? And my cabin literally like down the hall, which that never happens. Like usually my assistant's like across the ship, and I'm like 3 doors down, and literally like I'm like, how come she never called? So when she finally called me, she finally was like 5 in the morning, and I was like, oh, good. She's up, like, because she doesn't like early mornings, and we had to get off, and she's like, she starts telling me she's sick. I thought she was kidding. I'm like, you're joking. She's like, no, I'm serious. So yeah, we call the medical team, and the joke was like, I've been doing ships for 4 years at that point, and I'm like, I've never been in the medical center at all, and I'm like, this is the first time I've been in here. And what the crazy part was is you said they wheeled her there, so that's fine. I'm like, okay, all good. A lot of your viewers probably don't know this, but like when you join the ship part way, they call us downliners, right? So they won't clear the ship until all the downliners are off.
Yes.
So you have a line of people up the stairs around the corner waiting to get off the ship, and they're like,
thousands of people are dependent upon your butthole.
And because she left it so long, before we wrap this little fun story up, I actually remember they couldn't barely get an IV in her. They didn't get an IV in her because she was so dehydrated. They were like forcing her to drink water. Anyways, man, that was a memorable one. So yeah, we had some good jokes from that moving on.
I called her Miss Neurovirus like within hours of that happening, and she just looked at me with dead stare, and it's like, that's Queen Neurovirus to you.
She had a good humor about it, but yeah, that was funny.
I remember messaging you after that. I'm like, okay, like she's cool. She can hang whenever. I still keep in touch. Like she's one of my favorite people.